I feel like we all have a similar story and come from similar circumstances. So if I could be like a open door to elevation in your life, no matter what you is, where you from, you know what I'm saying, no matter what you banging and none of that, you know what I'm saying, as long as you sit on the moral compass, like, you know what I'm saying, count me in.
All right, guys, today we got a special guest in the house. He got the streets buzzing right now. Rapper and Latin King, King Ace the General.
Well, hey, what up, world? Boston, what up, Dorchester, you're?
What's good, bro? Man, so,
Love it.
I typically like to start at the beginning of your story, but, you've been making some comments about some current events that I really want to touch on first, and then we're going to circle back to your origin story. So, the Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty situation, right? You made a video saying that your childhood is ruined because Gucci came out with a song talking about everything that happened with the robbery, and you said that they're going to play it in court now. Talk to us about that, man. How did you feel when you heard that?
Yeah, I think it's like a certain morality that I mean, you certain belief system you have that you think certain people that you thought had that, you know what I'm saying, or did have that, turn around and become a disappointment or whatnot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know a lot of people are disappointed in him right now because, they're used to hearing him really be about that life. And even when he did the verses with Jeezy and everything, and he was talking about smoking on that pack, and then now to come out with this song, it's like, I don't know, people are really surprised, man.
Yeah, in that verse, you said he was definitely disrespectful too. Like he wanted that type of action. He wanted that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked like he was in his body. And you compared to Jeezy, Jeezy looked like he was more on the mature side of the situation. Like, man, let bygones be bygones. So I think more or less it was definitely a surprise to see Dog made like a testimony on the record. You know what I mean? For more or less words.
In your eyes, do you feel like he did that willingly, knowing that they're gonna be able to play it in court and he's never gonna have to take the stand, but that Pooh Shiesty's gonna still get in trouble for it?
I'm not sure where his state of mind was when he did it, but I know he know that is gonna be. I mean, I know he know the way the law work. You know what I'm saying that they definitely gonna use that. I mean, also on some you know, evidence type of shit in the courtroom. You mean?
Right, right. Yeah, man, that's crazy. For Gucci Mane though, like, he's been saying for like years now though, bro, like that he's not in that life anymore, that he doesn't subscribe to that. Do you think that there's ever a time where you can move away from that and it be acceptable?
Like the telling part?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, is there a time that you can not have to subscribe to those codes anymore? Like if you don't live that life anymore?
Nah, I think when you come from the culture and you come from that cloth, I mean, I feel like you know right is right, wrong is wrong. I mean, like you can't put no man behind no bars. You know what I'm saying? Unless you turn in your page like, yeah, I'm a so-called rat now. You know what I mean? And you're gonna go out that way. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't no such thing as even if you change your life and you become a businessman, you know what I'm saying? Certain things you don't do as a man. You know what I mean? Like you don't put no nigga behind jail. You know what I'm saying? Behind no words. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about, I guess, the law in general being able to use things like music to put people behind bars now?
Yeah, I think it's hard because first of all, I mean, like we got rights, you know what I'm saying? Like we got freedom of speech, things like that. I mean, so we got rights to kind of like have the freedom of choice to say what the fuck we want. But like the feds work like horrible. You know what I mean, like they work, they got their own rules. You know what I mean, like me specifically, I just came on from the feds, and majority of the case on me was they use evidence in my music and my rap, my lyrics to basically like misjudge my character or basically characterize me as this demon. I mean, and what I was doing and how I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Where they was using specific bars and quotes and songs like, yeah, look, he's admitted to his guilt to do this and do that. And you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, they use my words as my own testimony against myself. You know what I mean?
Right. Back in the day, like even if you had like a smudge on your resume, like it could ruin your career. Do you think that snitching still matters in 2026 in hip hop, in the streets in general, with like the way that people are still accepting of these guys when they do it?
I think it mattered to certain individuals who still live by a certain standard. I think the overall glorification of who got money and who's the richest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's more important to the media now, where it's like they be moving the goalposts of what's condemned to tell on what and how and what circumstances. And before, it wasn't no, it was black or white, you a rat, you not a rat. It wasn't like, oh, you told on this and that only, so you good, you know what I'm saying? So, or you didn't tell on your hood, you told on another nigga's hood, you good, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird now, bro. Like, we in a weird stage of the world. I mean, where the internet is like a huge influence on certain things being accepted and glorified, and certain things not. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah, I feel like people pick and choose now when they want to like apply those type of rules to certain people. Like if the situation is benefiting them, then it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna look the other way and act like this didn't happen.
You hit it on point. You hit that on point, bro. Because even in the real world, without the internet seeing it, you got shit that play out in the hood where you see shit like that going on. Like, oh, it got nothing to do with me, or you know, I'm a benefit of these financial situations. Let me not tell nobody nothing. And then you put these characters on the table, and niggas gonna be mad at you and hold resentment toward you for putting them on blast, for telling or fucking with a rat. You know what I'm saying? Because of the financial benefit, and niggas want to have an excuse like, oh, it's my brother, or it's it has nothing, you didn't tell on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever excuse is, you know.
Right, right. What are your thoughts in general about 6ix9ine and what he's been able to get away with in hip hop?
Oh man, I think dog a clown for real. You know what I mean? I think any man who uses an excuse on why he not true to you know, a moral standard and moral code is, I mean, is a clown, bro. To keep it 100.
Yeah, for him though, man, like they use all types of excuses like, oh, the crew was, extorting him, they was fucking his baby mama and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He should be able to get away with doing that.
and it's an excuse. It's excuses. But like this, I got 62 co-defendants. I got picked up in the Latin King indictment. I mean, like, the closest niggas to me was wearing wires in exchange for money. You know what I mean? So they basically got on a payroll with the feds for money to put me in jail. You know what I'm saying? You won't see me like, oh, niggas told on me, niggas took me away from my kids, took me away from my family, my career. I believed in you, trusting you. And you niggas did me dirty, so now I'm gonna fuck around and be like, all right, cool, you know what? Let me move the goalposts on what I should do, what I should do. Nah, I mean, like, I gotta hold my water. I mean, because at the end of the day, me telling or not telling isn't based on another man's actions. It's based on my moral code. You know what I'm saying? What I believe in, what I stand on. You know what I'm saying? Who I am when I wake up. That man that I look in the mirror. You know what I mean? So another man's actions, you know what I'm saying, and basically, yeah, moral code and your disloyalty shouldn't determine my loyalty. You know what I mean?
Right. So, what is it like for you being a dude that came from the streets, real, like all your life stood on business, and now you watching how it's acceptable for people to get away with being a rat these days?
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think we in a lose-lose situation. So at this point, it's kind of like, man, get out the streets. Get out the streets, take care of your family, get your money. I mean, focus on your career, your kids. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, yeah, I mean, just ain't no moral code there. I mean, I feel like you in a situation where certain people I love died in a certain ignorant stage of their life that I used to be in, where I'm believing this whole fucking fairy tale that everybody's 100, everybody gangster, everybody loyal, and everybody gonna give it up like you. You know what I mean? And when you realize the odds are stacked against you, you understand it's not a game that you fit in. You know what I mean? Like you got more to give than you actually have to gain. And it's kind of like, man, I'm in the wrong seat. I need to change the narrative and you know what I mean, let niggas know, you know what I'm saying, before they cross his path, like, yo, look, niggas, you gotta go that way, twin. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't for the real niggas, you know what I mean? I just feel like coming up, my standpoint was always, you gotta be a real nigga to be involved in the streets. And then I feel like, I mean, outliving or outlasting a lot of niggas and loyalty and circumstances and time, I understood, I'm too real to be involved. with this shit over here. You know what I mean? Like, niggas don't deserve my type of loyalty because I'm gonna give it up like that every trip. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it wasn't making sense.
How did you feel about when 6ix9ine got hands put on him by the Kings?
Oh, yeah, that's what niggas do. You heard? I think he deserved it. I feel like with all of that, I'm like, damn, dog, something gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? Like dog gotta feel something. Cause I feel like, just to kind of add to what you just said, I feel like nowadays a lot of niggas get away with that shit. Like a lot of niggas get away with putting people in jail and putting people's families through bullshit and left and right. You know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of like nigga, when the fuck the consequences gonna come back? You know what I mean?
How much do you think that this has to do with like social media and like clout chasing and people just care about attention? Like attention is the new form of currency.
I would say maybe half and half. I mean, more or less. But then on the other side of that coin, maybe it's like, man, look, they got caught dog. You know what I mean? Like, look, somebody had to catch him. It was me. You know what I mean? So I think that played a lot with it.
But what I'm saying, like somebody like 6ix9ine, obviously he thrived off of the attention, right? Like screaming at the camera,
Yeah.
like be like, "Yo, I'm gonna put money on your head," whatever. You know, he
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
You could argue, yeah, like he wasn't from that life, but like you was out here really making orders,
Promoting it.
putting money on people's
Yeah.
heads to get shot up at,
Yeah.
right? So you got to pay
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
consequences for that.
Yeah. Nah, you gotta be able to take it like you give it up. You know what I'm saying? And part of taking that is when the feds come, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to take it like you give it up. It's like shooting a nigga, and then when you get shot, you tell him. You know what I'm saying? That shit make no sense, bro. Like, nigga, you getting shot, and then as soon as you start shooting back, or shooting at niggas' families in their houses, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to tell. You want to use third parties to tell. Your mom, your cousins, your family. Like, yeah, tell that nigga, bro, so that way it doesn't end up on me. Tell him, put a restraining order, do this, do that. I mean, like, niggas have weird ways of telling, bro. Like, sometimes it might need to be straight through them. It'll be through a third party, so it don't stain their resume. But I mean, like, nigga, you know what you want. You mean a rat. You gotta be able to take it like you give it up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're from Rhode Island originally, right? And
Yeah, I was born in Europe.
You were born in Rhode Island, and you traveled back and forth between Rhode Island and New York because your mom's from Brooklyn, right?
Yep.
So growing up, what was it like traveling back and forth between Rhode Island and New York?
Regular, home. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth, home. That's what it felt like. Because the majority of everybody in New York or in Rhode Island, you know what I'm saying? Rhode Island really a small state, but New York bigger. So, you know, I have family in Queens, Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn. I mean, shit like that.
Do you feel like it made you a more well-rounded person to be able to live in different areas?
Yeah, definitely. I'm broadening horizon, you know what I'm saying? Different mentality, different swag, shit like that. The way I talk, things like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you got 5 brothers and sisters, right? You're actually a twin with a twin sister.
With a girl, yeah. It's my dog.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
shut up, my sister. Yeah.
what was your relationship like with your parents growing up?
I would say growing up it was smooth, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty regular, you know what I'm saying? Mom's, my step pops was in the building, I mean, so yeah, no regular shit, you know what I mean?
Well, you didn't have a relationship with your dad though, right?
Nah,
Was there a reason for that?
I ain't never met him.
You never met
So
him.
so from the beginning, basically from the beginning of my life, because I got 5 brothers and sisters, but my younger sister got her own pops.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So since the beginning of being whatever, born young, whatever, till probably like the age of 10, we all thought my sister's pops was our real pops. Then we found out like 10, 11 that he wasn't. You know what I mean? I moved to Boston probably like 12, 13. That's when my real pops came out of nowhere. Like, hey, I want to meet you type of shit. That shit lasted for like a week or two and never seen a nigga again, you know what I mean? But
What was that experience like meeting him during that week or two?
weird. I wasn't with it. I mean, I wasn't really jacking dog. I mean, to me, he was like, who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I mean? And on top of that, at that age, I was already developed. You know what I'm saying? Where I had my certain standard, my certain state of mind. And I felt like dog wasn't a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like, fuck is this nigga? You know what I mean?
So you never seen him again in life after that?
No.
No interest?
No.
Got you. Okay. So you're Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
And How was the household growing up? Was it very traditional Puerto Rican?
Yeah, or rice and beans and shit. You know what I'm saying?
How would you describe the relationship between you and your siblings?
Oh yeah, fire. My brothers and sisters like this. We close. We all got a different personality, but for the most part, we definitely are family oriented.
And were you guys always really close with like your mom and your stepdad?
Yeah, yeah.
Got you. How would you describe yourself as a kid though? Like before, you became a teenager. Like, were you really into school, sports, music?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I love school. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I was like one of them kids that even if I was sick, I wanted to be in school. You know what I'm saying? Like it was something about wanting to be the best in class and outread, out math, out science everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like being the one, it was something about that definitely had my interest. Like, I'm the smartest nigga in the class. You know what I mean? But also I was rebellious, you know what I'm saying? Like I was outspoken and I didn't know the difference between a child and an adult. I just knew human beings, you know what I'm saying? So to me, if you wrong, you wrong. I didn't really care if you was an adult or not. And I was standing on it. I wasn't no yes man as a little kid. You know what I mean? So to me, it was definitely like, I was considered like a black sheep. I mean, bad kid or whatever you want to say. You know what I mean?
What was that like for you to feel different growing up like that?
Mm, um, I mean, I mean, I don't really know how to put it, but more or less, it was more like, wait till I get older type of mentality. Like, all right, wait till I get older. You know what I mean? Like, y'all think. I mean, because, when you outspoken, you get looked at as rebellious and things like that. But it was certain things that I believed in, and I was willing to pay for the consequences for speaking on what I believed in. I mean, whether I was speaking on my own behalf or speaking on my brothers and sisters' behalf, because they wasn't speaking up for themselves. I mean,
When you were in school, did you feel like you were like it was moving too slow? Like you already knew the stuff? Like
oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I think that's what got me in trouble though. I mean, I got bored. I was the smartest kid in the classes. I was bored. You know what I mean? I started being like, man, what else life got to offer? You know what I'm saying? So, I was definitely like doing my own shit. I mean, fighting a lot. You know what I mean? Like back talking to teachers, getting kicked out of school all the time. I mean, getting expelled. I just felt like, I was definitely a active kid.
got you, man. So you end up moving to Boston around 13 and you guys lived in a shelter at first, right? What was that experience like for you living in the shelter and how long did it last?
Yeah, we was in a shelter, I would say probably like the first year and a half to 2 years that we moved to Boston. We was in a shelter on Dorchester Ave, like right next to Dorchester Court. But I would say it was whatever. You know what I mean? It was weird at first because it's like you go from a house, home, brothers, sisters, step pops, you know what I mean? To then now you in a shelter with a whole bunch of different families. So to me, it was kind of like, fuck is going on, you know what I'm saying? But more or less, like, I'm a person, I adapt like really quick, you know what I mean? So to me, it was kind of like we lived there and I thought everybody was weird besides us, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I mean, I feel like it kind of was like the stepping stone to me getting used to the life I'm living now, you know what I'm saying? As far as like dealing with jail, juvenile detention, I mean, county bids, state bids, fed bids. I feel like it all started with that shelter situation. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say the layout of the shelter was like? Was like you each family getting their individual like room or like how did it look?
Well, you would say like each shelter varied because we went through a few of them. Some of them we would all be in one room, and each family would like have their own room. And then some of them it'll be like kids, and then adults have their own rooms, type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Do you feel like living in a shelter exposed you to a lot of things early on?
Yeah, you could say that because I feel like different families have different belief systems. You know what I'm saying? Like what should be punished, what shouldn't be punished. You know what I'm saying? So you see different type of parenting going on in one building, and then you be like, oh, hold up, the fuck, this little nigga mad disrespectful. Their parents not checking him. You know what I'm saying? Or damn, this nigga they mad strict with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's that watching everything going on in one moment daily, every day. You know what I'm saying? So
So your mom ends up getting her own place to live. but she ends up kicking you out after a few months. Why did she end up
Yeah.
kicking you out?
I think it was a mix of things. I mean, I think she was young. You know what I mean? She was young. I think she was like 25 or something with 5 kids. I mean, I think it was a mix of that, of feeling like, damn, I ain't never lived my life. I want to live my life. I mean, she had a new relationship going on. I wasn't really an easy kid to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely rebellious. You know what I'm saying? I ain't following none of the rules. You know what I mean? So, I think it was a mix of everything.
Got you. So what was your reaction when she told you she wanted you to leave?
It goes back to that saying, throw me to the wolves, watch how I come back leading the pack. You know what I'm saying? It was more or less like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, if you throw me to the wolves, like, if you turn your back on me, you person that gave me birth, you know what I mean? Like, I was willing for anybody to turn their back on me. I mean, it was more like survival mode type of shit. You know what I mean?
So you didn't feel hurt by that?
I wouldn't say in the beginning, no. I would say probably like, I feel like once I got the understanding of it more, you know what I mean? Like, once I started going through bullshit in the streets,
Mm.
and I started going, the more shit I went through, the more I'm like, damn, hold up. I got left out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas left me for dead. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I would say more like later teen years, yeah.
So do you end up going to live with a friend or you start going to foster homes?
Yeah, well, I was in foster home first. You know what I'm saying? So, at first, I got put in the DY. And DYS is basically like, it's jail for kids. I mean, so I was just catching cases, DY, forced home, DY, group home, DY, you know what I'm saying? But I never really liked to be in them programs. So I was always like running away and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they considered me like a AWOL kid. I mean, I'll be out, I'll be leaving, you know what I'm saying? So they ended up starting to take me and bringing me to further jails and further foster homes and, you know what I'm saying, pushing me more out of the city. You know what I mean?
And how did you process that, like, during that time? Like, how do you think that impacted you as a person to go through that?
I think I was a dog about it. To me, it was like, this ain't my crib, man. This ain't my home. You know what I mean? I found comfort in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I found comfort being on the block, in the corner. You know what I mean? Trap houses, around crackheads, fiends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the regular shit you see on TV. But I found comfort in these situations that people might find uncomfortability. You know what I mean? But, I felt like that was my place. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to maneuver through them shits. You know what I mean? And just kind of be like, the young nigga on the block that everybody was like, oh shit, look at dog. I mean, like, this little nigga still outside. You know what I mean? So,
Why do you think it is that you found comfort in uncomfortable situations?
I feel like number one, I didn't have a choice. So to me, I looked at it like this. We moved in a place, a city and state I never heard of. And everybody had a cousin, uncle, family ties, older brother. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had some type of backup support in the community. To me, it was like, I ain't have no backup. I had to be my own backup. You know what I mean? So to me, it was like, nigga, either I'm gonna lose in this world that I'm new to, or I'm gonna get on my shit and I'm gonna show niggas. You know what I'm saying, I don't need backup. I'm my own backup, and I'm willing to go there with anybody. You know what I'm saying, backup or not. So yeah, I think that's more or less what it was. Where it's like, nigga, you here whether you like it or not. You know what I mean, make the best of it.
Mm. How did you process being away from all of your siblings?
Um, I would say I processed it. I felt like I had a responsibility. So, I started selling drugs, different type of drugs, and, using that money to go buy books and pencils and clothes and shit like that and bring it back to when my mom was known, going to the crib, you know what I'm saying, knocking on the back door or the window, giving it to my sister, and you know what I'm saying, yo, pass this out, give this to, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like I more or less had like a father role responsibility, and I feel like I had the means to do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, because even though you the second youngest, you almost felt like you had to play that male figure in the life of your
Yeah.
siblings, though, right? And provide.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
I mean, did that feel like a lot to shoulder at such a young age for you, though?
Nah, I feel like it didn't really, I feel like this is my job, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's my responsibility. So it wasn't really no thing. To me, it was like, we didn't even have a pops. Like, once we found out our step pops wasn't our pops, he moved away. He moved out, started doing him and me. So once we got to like a certain age, 12, 13, 14, I felt like, it's definitely my responsibility to hold it down.
I think a lot of people reflecting back would think man, I didn't get to really be a child then. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, hell yeah. No bullshit. Yeah, I think that's why I am the way I am now. Where it's like, yeah, I definitely ain't get a chance to have a child.
I mean, because you think about it, you're a parent now, right? And how old are
Yeah.
your kids?
My daughter 11, she about to be 12 next week, and then my son, he 9.
So the stuff that you were enduring at their ages, could you even imagine them enduring that?
Nah, hell no. Even do I think they built for it? Yeah, hell yeah. My kids are built for tough. Would I imagine them doing it like that? Hell no. I mean, no.
I mean, it must like make you like even like think about it even more. Like, damn, I was really going through a lot at such a young age.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah, definitely.
How old would you say that you were when you saw something violent for the first time?
I don't know what way.
Like in person, like you saw something in front of you, whether like somebody getting beat up, somebody getting like, hurt in the
I would
streets.
say as far as I can remember being a human being, because you grow up in an environment where it's regular. The gas station, there's a fight. Somebody getting shot in the projects or somebody getting stabbed on the side street. I feel like it was regular. So far as I can remember, violence always been like in the world, you know what I mean?
Right. So we talking
But
like
I felt like
5 years old that you probably saw something early.
yeah, but we never had like it was more like, oh shit, look, you know what I'm saying? It was more like a movie. Oh shit, look, dog's windows getting broken, you know what I'm saying? The BM's going crazy, break the dog window, cracked his head open with a bat, or look at the gas station, or somebody stole somebody's car and crashed it and didn't even make it away, you know what I'm saying? So I would say like regular. It was regular.
So all this stuff, it seems so normalized to you, right? That like you were never able to like have someone talk to you about it, like, hey, this is what happened, or help you process it. It's just like you just had to learn how to cope with it somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like when you growing up like that, you really thinking that's just the world. I mean, I'm felt like you're not really thinking, hey, you're not supposed to be seeing these things at an early age or you know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to be exposed to this type of world. You know what I mean? So for my kids, I definitely try to like, keep it contained and keep who I am contained when I'm around my kids, things like that. You know what I mean?
So you end up becoming a king at 14, right? Around there.
Yeah, like 14, 15. Yep.
What made you decide to become a Latin king at that age?
Um, I'm not sure if I could say it was a mental decision. I feel like I was already a young nigga. Like I was already, like back in the day, like my community, my neighborhood was a lot of people banging a six. You know what I'm saying? I was banging a five. I was five popping. You know what I'm saying? Without even being a king yet. I mean, I was just banging a five because I had smoke with like Crip niggas, GDs, shit like that. You know what I mean? So to me, it was kind of like I was already living like that at a young age through DYs, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
So when you look at Boston now, there's a good amount of kings in Boston, right? But when you were
yeah.
coming up, it wasn't really like that.
Nah, it was like that. We was like on the only bros out there at that time to keep it 100. You know what I mean? It's just my cipher was the young, like we was the young niggas coming up where all the king niggas is like older, you feel me? Like 25, 30, 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? We was the only young niggas at that time. We was like the start of the youth, you know what I'm saying? As far as bros getting down and being king niggas and shit. It was my circle that started all that shit.
Got you. Okay, so you guys still had numbers in the city at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And when would you say like you started really getting into beefs with people? At what age?
Young, 14, 15. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was already gang banging before I became a king. I was banging the five. So I wasn't rapping a specific set. You know what I mean, but I wasn't jacking a specific set either. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I was already in violent mode. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Shelter,
Okay.
you know what I mean? DY, shit like that.
And what did you learn from being a king at that age? What did you feel like you gained from that?
I wouldn't really say I gained nothing. You know what I mean? To keep it 100, I feel like this was just I feel like I was an asset to the situation, you know what I mean? Like I felt like it was me, you know what I mean? Like whatever I bring to the table, it's some value there. So I wouldn't really say I gained nothing, you know what I mean? But it was, you You know, it was my brothers. It was niggas I grew up with. Like, I slept on their couch. I mean, like, their mom raised me because my mom wasn't raising me at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, you know, it was just, I feel like you don't really think about it till you get older and you reflect, like, damn, niggas is really living wild. But in the moments, it was just regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was my brothers. You know what I'm saying? They fit. Their mom was my mom. You know what I mean?
But you must have felt like a sense of belonging, right?
Not really.
Like a sense of family with them?
Yeah, definitely family, but it wasn't on some, oh, I need a family, or it wasn't on some, oh, I'm gonna get down because I need a family. No, to me, it was like, yo, what we doing to him? Let the fuck up the city. You heard? Like, to me, it was more like, you know,
So when you're 15, you're like already on the run, right? Because you caught a case.
yeah,
This is the situation with the machete.
yeah,
Can you talk about that?
yeah. But like back in the day, we used to be illegal. So it was me, my little brother, and me and a couple of fellas, and we got pulled over on Geneva. And back in the day, like the police already knew us. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially me, I was like in and out the system. So you like out where I'm from, like some of the police or detectives would actually be working, even though they were cops and shit like that in the street. They'll also be COs and program workers inside these facilities. You know what I'm saying, as well. So I kind of had like like they already knew me. You know what I'm saying, growing up. So it was nothing to see me in a car or see me somewhere or see me in the niggas and. You know, it was a personal situation. Like, oh, yeah, that's niggas. Let me see what they got on them. Me snatch us out the whip. So we ended up getting pulled over on Geneva, and we got booked for 2 blicks, a machete, and like mad weed. I mean, we did time. I mean, for a little bit. I mean, we ended up beating the hammer charge, but I was already on the run when I got picked up, so I had to deal with that. I mean, but once I came home, I was probably home for like 3 months or some shit. I ended up getting shot.
Wait, so before we get into the shooting, so you actually got caught with a gun too with the machete as well?
Yeah, 2 of them. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So then you were serving time for that situation. How much were they trying to give you?
Regular times. So where I'm from, your first hammer charge carry a year and a half. So they
Mhm.
would definitely try to hit us with that time for a year and a half.
And what was that experience like for you facing a charge at that age?
That was regular. I was already in BYS at the time. So to me, like, not really could shake my world. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, nothing really could shake my world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when people get locked up, it'd be like, oh shit, I'm locked up. And to me, it was like, what the fuck is gonna happen worse than this? We're already gonna go in jail. I mean, like, I already know the routine. You gonna give me an ID? You gonna give me a bed, nigga? I'm gonna have to eat my meals 3 times a day. I mean, I was programmed already. You feel me? Like, I was already programmed. I have my system going on where I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna buy a deck of cards, I'm gonna do my push-ups based on a deck of cards. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I'm a nigga that like to eat, so I'm gonna get my little canteen. I mean, I would do the program, bro. Like, to me, jail was just another home. You know what I mean? Sad to say, but it was another home to me. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really shooken up by going to jail.
Do you feel like at an early age you set kind of your expectations for things kind of low so that you were never really surprised by anything happening?
Yeah, I feel like I already put myself in the state of mind where it's like what's next? Like, what could be worse than what the fuck I already went through? You know what I'm saying?
So during this time, at any time, are you going back to your mom or anything? Are you guys having a relationship at all?
Nah, me and my mom didn't really have a relationship. Probably till like I got shot when I was like 16, 17. We seen each other around then for a little bit, but you know, it was still like off. And I'll say probably like once I started doing like right before I started doing my state bid, or around that time I started doing my state bid, we started kind of like clicking again.
Got you. Okay. So at 16, you got shot during a confrontation that you felt was deaded, right? And as soon as you
Yeah,
turned your back, they shot you in the back. Where did you
yeah.
get hit?
I got hit in my back on a right shot with a 9.
And what was your immediate reaction when you got hit?
I ain't know I got shot. You know what I'm saying? I know when the initial situation happened. Like, you know, I was a young nigga. I ain't have no kids. I ain't have nothing to live for. I was really on that. I was really on something. I'm ready to die anytime, any moment type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to me, it was like, nigga, what's up? What we doing? How we doing it? And I felt like, you know, that element of surprise to certain niggas that be, you mean, they pull out the joints, they expecting a certain expectation, like, oh yeah, we got dog on freeze mode. And to me, it was like, yeah, what's up, nigga? What we doing? I feel like that moment I called niggas bluffs, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, niggas froze up and they was the one who was up on me, you know what I mean? So, you know, I say that, you nothing, all right, cool, say that, you know what I mean? And I think maybe niggas felt bitch for that, you know what I'm saying? So when I turned around, niggas shot me in the back, you know what I mean? But I ain't know I got shot. All I know is I heard the gunshot go off. And when dog, like the whip sped off, I'm like, niggas shot at me? And I turned around, I'm like, you bitch ass niggas. And I kept going, I kept walking. And it wasn't probably like a minute or two, you know what I'm saying? I realized I was shot.
So what happens immediately after that? You go to the hospital?
Yeah, well, immediately after that, fucking like I ain't have no phone on me. I ain't had like the color me circumstances before leading up to that day. Like I lost my phone, lost my wallet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit like that. So after I got popped, there was like, you know, cars driving by and shit. I just had somebody call the ambulance. I went to the hospital and, you know, we kind of go from there,
So you ended
you
up
know.
spending like 2 months in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
So you actually were in a coma?
Yeah, I was in a coma for like, I think like the first 3 to 5 days or something like that.
Damn. So what was it that was so serious? Like the exact spot that they hit you, or like what happened?
Yeah. So basically, when the bullet hit me, it bounced around in my body before it came out the front of me. So it went through my liver, it went through my kidney, but it exploded inside of me, and only a fragment came out. So when the bullet exploded inside of me, I had like, say for instance, this is like your organs. I had like a whole bunch of star shaped from the bullet fragments
Mm.
in my organs. So like my organs was leaking inside of me, and in your organs you have biofluid, so it's all poison. You know what I'm saying? So they had to like cut me open. I mean, that's what they call the zipper. And you know what I'm saying, they had to like put all these plastic stents inside my organs. And then, I mean, it was a lot of internal damage. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I definitely, when I made it through, the doctors was definitely like, yo, like we don't see stuff like this often happen where niggas are surviving these situations. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely like, you know, the underdog. You know what I mean?
How did you feel or react when you first woke up from the coma?
Oh yeah, I want revenge on the world. I mean, I would say, you know that saying where they like, nigga, the old, when you go through certain life or death experience, the old you dies. It was definitely one of the moments where I was definitely having like a, you know, like a spiritual mental crisis where it was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I ain't give a fuck before, like I really don't give a fuck now. You know what I'm saying? I was really ready to go there. I mean,
And around this time, you got kicked out of foster care, right?
yeah, probably like 2 weeks before that, or like a week before that.
Wow. So what ends up happening after you get out of the hospital?
When I got out, I had to heal up because they kicked me out prematurely because I was like I said, I was tweaking. I was getting into it with doctors, assistants, staff, the security at the hospital. Like I was really on some fuck everybody shit. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. So they kicked me out early. And when I left the hospital, I had like these drains on me attached to my stomach and my organs where I had to drain them out because it was still leaking inside of me. So I was still going through a healing process for a couple months after that. You know what I mean? But even then, like I was on some it's me against the world shit, you know what I'm saying? I had PTSD like a motherfucker. I ain't trust nobody. You know what I mean? I thought everybody was you know what I mean, out to get a nigga, you know what I'm saying, or at least set me up type of shit. So, you know, I was definitely on some, you know, those on some demon shit, you know what I mean?
Some people get shot, especially at a young age, and they think, man, this is a wake up call for me to turn my life around. You didn't feel that way at all?
Nah, I think that there's two roads you go. You know what I'm saying? I think one road is that road and the other road is the road I took. You know what I'm saying? You get shot or you go through something violent, traumatic in the hood. It's definitely a turning point where it's like, oh shit, let me go to the left. Oh, I bet, say that, watch this. You know what I'm saying? And I took the right, you know what I mean, on that street.
So with you experiencing PTSD at that time, how long did it last until you started to experience some sense of normalcy, or did it just never go away?
Yeah, that shit ain't never gonna go away, even to this day. I mean, but I feel like in a way it's a tool. You know what I'm saying, especially in our environment. I feel like if you don't have that them spidey senses, like, oh, what's that, or what's this, or that feeling, I feel like it's something
Keep your head on a
lacking.
swivel.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't have that mentality, it's kind of like you probably never really been through no shit. You know what I'm saying? To keep you aware of your surroundings like that.
So what ends up happening after this? Like, are you just back in the streets, or you starting to focus on music?
Yeah, well, I was always doing music as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's just I was really living what I was talking about. So, like my story behind the music was I was always in jail. I never had an opportunity to be free and really focus on music, because when I am free, I'm gangbanging, I'm going through it, I'm doing this, doing that, I'm selling drugs, I'm really living that. So to me, it's kind of like music came second. I feel like once I started dealing with like betrayal and disloyalty, and me kind of feeling like my environment don't deserve a nigga like me to be involved, because my loyalty to there, and I'm willing to give it up like that anytime, any trip for anybody that I fuck with, and me not seeing the same return. I mean, the same reciprocation in return to me was like, oh, hold up. I mean, it's like you working for a job, niggas, and you not getting paid for your job. You know what I'm saying? You gonna leave your job. So to me, it was like, nah, this shit not, nah, nigga, this ain't it. You know what I mean, like niggas don't deserve me type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really started focusing on my music and really just, moving ahead with that for real.
You remember the first hip hop song you heard?
I remember the first couple hip hop songs I heard. Eminem, Biggie, Tupac, Jadakiss, Styles P, Mobb Deep.
What was the first like song that made you feel like, nah, I gotta rap. This is what I want to do with my life.
Um, Damn, I feel like there was a collective of few, because like I used to write down songs, like I used to write down Biggie songs. Um
The
specific
lyrics?
yeah. So it'd be like Hypnotized, Ready to Die, Tupac, Ambition is a Rider. Um I remember Jadakiss and Styles P songs, DMX, Eminem. Like, when I was young, I didn't really know specific names of the songs, but I remember writing down these lyrics. And because I love the music so much that I wanted to rap it, but I didn't know the words to these songs. You know what I'm saying? And I would see people will rap these songs without even looking at nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be like, hold on, all these niggas know the lyrics. So I used to write down their lyrics so I could rap along with it. You know what I'm saying? Without looking at it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it went from that to like, oh, hold up, I could rap a whole one of their things without looking at it. And it went from that to me like, nigga, I wanna talk my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to tell my own story. But I feel like I started off with however young nigga started off. You know what I'm saying, if I could see it that way, to me, it started off like, like violent. Like, nigga, nigga, it was really like aggressive. And then I feel like, you start going through shit and you embarrassed by certain things, eating off a food stamp card. Holes in your clothes, wearing the same sneakers all year during school, like, being homeless. I feel like as a kid, you embarrassed by certain things. And I feel like listening to certain artists like DMX and Eminem, I feel like they turned their pain into tools. You know what I'm saying? Where instead of being embarrassed by it, they'll actually speak about it. Like, yeah, nigga, and I feel like that changed my gangster talk into like, nigga, me having pride for what I'm going through, having pride in the shit I'm going through. And I feel like that kind of was my changing point in making music. Was like, oh, hold up, I don't gotta be embarrassed. I can speak my truth and let it be my power. I think that was definitely my changing point.
Who were your top 5 musical influences? Because I noticed with your music, bro, like you have a very unique cadence when you rap, even when you add like melody.
Hard, hard. It's a collective. I definitely have a top 10, you know what I'm saying? But I would say like 5 would be Jadakiss, um, Tupac, DMX, Eminem, and Styles P.
Nice, nice. Okay. So when you first started rapping, like how old were you when you wrote your first rhyme?
I was young. I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. I was a young kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you first started rapping, were you doing like a lot of ciphers or like battles around the city?
Yeah, that's how it started. Rapping in foster homes, jail, the yard, like in jail, child time, shit like that. I mean, bars. It was like a bar mitzvah, you know what I'm saying? Everything was about ball game.
Got you. I've heard you say Eminem is a big influence on you as an artist, right? What do you
Yeah.
think of the narrative that people in the hood don't listen to Eminem?
I think it's I think, cause Eminem got different type of personalities. So I feel like when he started making music, like, joking around and, just kind of showing that other free spirit of him, maybe it's something people can't relate to or whatever. But for me, Eminem was definitely an influence as far as like, like around that 8 Mile time and, just kind of like, speaking his pain into power. Like that was really huge for me because like you could hear that he was really putting whatever he was going through in the music, you know what I'm saying? And he was on some I don't give a fuck shit. I mean, fuck you, fuck that, fuck this. And really that was my that was my mentality, that was my energy too at the time where it was like, nigga, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Definitely during that 8 Mile time, it was a really big time for him, like with the Eminem show and of course the Eight
Yeah,
Mile movie and the
yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah, lose yourself and all of that.
Yeah, for sure, man. So you were shot at 21 as well, right? That was the second time.
Yeah.
What happened in that situation?
Regular shit, you know what I'm saying? Violence, you know what I'm saying? Fight turned into a shootout type of shit, you know what I mean?
So like you were like just another day in the hood, like warring with somebody, or what happened exactly?
Another day in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Confrontation with niggas, you know what I'm saying? But, niggas you get along with on this part, you know what I mean? So, shit like that, you know what I mean? Turn sour, turn left, I mean, disloyalty on another end, so,
Got you. And this time, how many times did you get shot?
I got hit 4 times with a 40.
Where at?
Like my arm, my ribs, my other arms.
And how long did it take for you to heal up this time?
Um, Couple months as well, but it was just different because the first time I got shot, it was internal damage. The second time I got shot, it was like physical, like the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more like my nerves was fucked up in this hand. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't move my hand, and my fingers. I couldn't use my hand, nothing like that. And they didn't really have an answer whether my left arm was gonna work or not because it was nerve damage. You know what I'm saying? Then my right arm, the impact of the bullet hit my shoulder and it shattered my whole arm. You know what I'm saying? So I had to be in a cast because I had a broken bone and shit. You know what I mean? And then when I got shot on my rib, the bullet came in through my rib, but it stopped like at the tip of my stomach. You know what I'm saying? So it was like poking out. You know what I'm saying? In the front type of shit. I mean, and it was they were saying it wasn't really affecting me, but like it used to bother me and shit. I mean, so I ended up probably like a year later. I ended up going to take that shit off.
So during this time, the second time of you getting shot, did you feel like it had an impact on you more, like to want to make any changes in your life, or it was just more like you still
Fuck
were on that path?
yeah, yeah. I wanted to fucking kill everybody. I'm gonna keep it 100. Yeah, I was on some you fucked up by leaving me alive type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which time would you say was worse, the first time or the second time?
I think they were both the same because they both had like I'm real prideful. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's kind of like I'm gonna take this shit personal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really prideful when it comes to shit. You know what I mean? So when it's any type of violence conflicted against me, I'm definitely the type of pride type of nigga where it's like, oh, all right, watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like watch what I do. You know what I mean? So I would say they both was impactful the same because I had them, I'm gonna turn the fucking world upside down, you know what I'm saying? Thoughts. So,
Right, right.
uh-huh.
So around 2013, you're locked up, right?
Yeah.
And what were you in prison for this time?
Around 2013.
Yeah.
Well, I used to bail out a lot, or I would be like, get home on a person or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So like I was always catching cases, even when I'm home from different beds, you know what I'm saying? So I used to steal cars. I'll be home on bail from stealing cars or personal. I used to assault batteries, dangerous weapons, regular assault batteries, armed robberies. So it was a multitude of cases that I have. So I feel like the system was already used to me being in front of them, same judge, you know what I'm saying, same cycle of lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Like the system knew me on a first-hand basis. So like a lot of my situations were like cop out pleas to like groups of charges where it's like, man, this nigga got mad charges. Like, bro, you keep coming in and out the building, we gonna give you time for all of these charges at once. Go ahead. So to me, it was always dealing with shit like that, where like, you know, I done had lawyers like resign like on my case because they had personal feelings for me. You feel me? Like they felt like I was family, or you know, like they didn't resign. Like, yeah, I'm taking a personal feeling towards this kid now. I don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I will have lawyers like recycle on me because of that. You know what I mean? So then it would start my process over. So now during that process that's starting over, I'm catching more cases. You know what I'm saying? So majority of my shit getting time was like bundles of charges. Like, man, look, bro, go do your time, change your life type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like from the shelters to the, you know, foster care to getting locked up, it was just like one institution for another institution?
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you feel like it wasn't normal if you weren't experiencing that?
Looking back at it now, no, hell no, it's not normal. Um, Going through it as a youngin, I was seasoned. You know what I'm saying? Like I was already seasoned. Like this is what I do. Like the cuffs go on me. It's that one moment, like, damn, I'm in jail. And the next moment they do the fingerprints. I'm like, all right, I'm in jail. Come on. You know what I'm saying, let's get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Go in, like, CO, what up? Like, you know, even in jail, personal relationship with COs, they'll be like, oh, you back, man? Like, man, get me, you know what I'm saying? So in a way, I mean, like, I had my clout in a lot of these places because I was already accustomed and they was accustomed to me being in and out. So, you know what I'm saying? It was just that. I mean, but like being in jail and all of that, like these niggas knew I wasn't no like regardless of what I was going through, I wasn't no problem. You know what I'm saying? It was just I stood on certain things. So it'll be the COs and me would have an understanding like, yo, I'm cool unless my smoke come in. You know what I'm saying? Or there's a problem going on and I gotta handle it. I gotta do what I gotta do. Got nothing to do with your job. You still gotta do your job, whatever. Just know I got a job to do too, you feel me, for my own life. So it was that respect level, you know what I mean?
Right, right. So around 2013, this is when you're locked up, you're not making the best decisions, and it made you look at your own situation and write your mom a kite and forgive her, right?
Yeah, that was like around 2015, yeah.
So talk to us about that.
I think for me it was more or less like um I was catching new charges. I mean, I was about to go upstate. I was doing my bid in South Bay first for probation violation, and then I had to go upstate after. And I just started this like around this time I was dealing with like, you know, just disloyalty. I feel like my peers around me wasn't like becoming a reflection to who I was. You know, just disappointments. And to me, I just felt like I started becoming like just I mean, like niggas didn't deserve who I'm willing to give for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and on top of that, I feel like my past was like the reason why my future kept being fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because I kept being like, man, I went through this, I went through that. Niggas left me for dead. Like I had every reason over there to be why I'm over here. And I feel like I got tired of that shit. I feel like I didn't want my past to be the reason why my future was fucked up, using that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I had to make amends with my own life, my own thoughts, my own peace. And moving forward, if I'm fucking up and going through what I'm going through, I gotta hold myself accountable because once I let go of the past situation, it's not an excuse on why I'm moving forward in the same manner. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta blame everything on me now and not blame it on my past now. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like me writing that kite to my mom was kind of like it wasn't really about her. It was about kind of like letting go of that feeling. You know what I'm saying? That energy or whatever was continuing me in that cycle. You feel me?
How did that weight feel when it left your shoulders when you were able to forgive her?
Oh yeah, it felt real. It felt real. It felt like, oh yeah, it's time to up the score now. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that was definitely the beginning of where I'm at now, you know what I'm saying? As far as like letting all that shit go and being like, all right, cool, look, it's time to, put your big boy pants on, you know what I mean?
Did you ever get a response from her from that kite?
Nah,
Were you're not sure if she even read it?
nah. I'm not even sure if she got it.
But it didn't matter. That was more for you anyways.
First.
So when you get out, like what, 2016?
I got out like 2016 December, but then I went back in 2017,
You
like
went back into
February.
2017.
Yeah, like February. Yeah.
And then you come home again in 2019, right?
Yeah. So you know what's crazy? I got home December 2016. 2017, I was in Club Bijou. It was me, Cardi B, few niggas from Dipset, a few people I was around at that time. And I remember we was in the VIP section. And I remember my mans kept being like, hey, nah, it's this Cardi, I ain't know who she was at the time. But I get booked in 2017, right after we in Club Bijou in February, March. And I remember going to South Bay and then calling Dog like, yo, bro, yo, that's old girl that was in the club, because she started buzzing on the radio and going up. You know what I mean? So between my 2017 bid to come home in 2019, she became who she was. And me, Offset, things like that. And you know what I'm saying? And at this time, I was already on my rap, like shit, taking it serious. Like, man, fuck the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And kind of watching that and seeing how close I was to that type of success was like, oh yeah, wait till the fuck I get home and watch. That means I came home 2019, like May, and then the feds picked us up in December of 2019, that same year.
Wait, so the whole crew gets hit with a RICO, but you were locked up during the time that they were even doing, but just because you're a part of the gang, you get lumped in with it.
Yeah, well, I was running the Massachusetts DOC, like so the state prison. I was running the whole state prison system. You know what I'm saying? So I got hit with leadership roles, and one of the niggas I grew up with that I was telling you about wore a wire on me, and while I was inside the feds, while I was inside the state prison bid, he had the feds tap into my phone calls. Like, yo, look, bro's up there running the state jails. Go listen to his calls. You know what I mean? So that's how it started, was through him. You know what I mean?
How did that feel when you found out somebody you were so close to betrayed you like that?
Oh yeah, it was heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a disappointment. It was definitely like, damn, you reminiscing on times where y'all was both hungry, y'all was both broke together, you know what I'm saying? And not one point in my head was I like ever against nobody. Like, oh, I'm so broke and so hurt that I'm willing to cooperate, nigga, because I need money. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we all going through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? We would have made more money working together. You know what I'm saying? However we was gonna do it, whether we was taking that risk together. You know what I mean? So to see a nigga cooperated on me and actually got paid to be like, yo, go listen to Dog phone calls. Yeah, it was a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? I felt everything. You know what I mean? I felt everything.
And I mean, like, obviously he knows you got kids and everything too, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew me when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? 14, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was all a pill to swallow. I mean,
Have you spoken to him since?
he died.
Got you.
Yeah, I mean, he OD'd too, just to clarify that. You know what I'm saying? So karma definitely came back around. I mean, with maybe he couldn't live with himself. He started getting high when we all got picked up by the feds. You know what I'm saying? He started getting high. He stuck the wrong needle in him or whatever he did. And he OD'd. You know what I'm saying? So there was a song that I just put out, and I'm talking about how my mans could have been my co-D, but instead he OD'd. You know what I mean? So, but it started before that where a close pair I mean, we had a circle of us brothers, and there was already somebody as close as him next to me that started telling first. You know what I'm saying? Back in like 2012, 2013. So that was like the first heartbreak where it's like, damn, Cause you know, I felt like my niggas is illest niggas alive, you know what I'm saying? Illest niggas in the city. You know what I mean? And you know, for that to turn out, it was like, damn, nigga, hold up. It was a turning point in my trust and value, things like that, you know what I'm saying?
So the short period of time that you were home though, this is when you record your album Cold World?
Cold blooded. Oh yeah, Cold World. That's when I first dropped it, yeah.
Yeah,
Around
yeah.
that time, yeah.
Because you released that in 2020, right?
Yep, correct.
And it features the song King Side, which is like one of your most popular songs to this day.
Yep, correct.
And you end up releasing the video while you're on the run.
Yeah. Yeah, the DA wasn't feeling that. I'm not gonna lie. The system wasn't feeling it. But I just felt like, damn, nigga, like I've been in and out so long. I seen the Fed shit happen. And I just felt like, you know what? If I'm about to be going down for some time, fuck it. I'm gonna do what I love to do, man, music. Wrong. And I just started just going, I mean.
No, you ended up taunting them too, because you're putting the news clippings in the beginning and at the end of the video too.
Yeah. You know what's funny too is I was gonna take it out when I was on the run. I was calling my cameraman like, yo, take everything out. And then I feel like the more longer I was on the run, the more I was like, hey, you know what? Cause I'm looking on Google how much time RICO charges hold and shit like that. So, you know, you looking at mafia charges and you looking at all these mobsters and shit dealing with the RICO charges. I'm thinking, I don't know what the feds know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I don't know what time I'm looking at. I already know at this time, one of my right hand niggas was telling on me he was an informant. So I didn't know what they knew. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like, fuck it, I got one shot, bro. One shot, bro. You know what I mean? I started recording music on the run. You know what I mean? So, you know, I ended up just releasing it like, yo, fuck it. Yeah, go to the world. And that shit just went. I ended up getting picked up while I was on a run and fucking, like, you had news reporters trying to come to the jail, interview me. I was doing interviews over the phone. I mean, like, it was going. It was going for me. Word.
How did you end up coming up with the idea to do that song King Side?
I already had this song made. It was really called originally Switch Sides. It was called Switch Sides, you know what I'm saying? Same hook, same verse, same everything, but it was called Switch Sides. It was like, you know, I'll never switch sides. I mean, I'm staying where I'm at. But then you know, there was a moment where all the bros was about to get together and I'm like, you know what? Let me call this shit King Side instead of Switch Sides. And fucking, you know, it ended up playing out right. I mean, like, one thing about me, like, everything's calculated. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's calculated. And then, you know, me and the bro Jizz, we kind of formulated the plot. Like, yo, bro, look, they about to be mad bros there. Let's just use the moment, you know what I'm saying? Where everybody get involved and that shit went, but ended up getting used in my indictment and shit like that. I mean, because one of the bros got killed that day we did the video shoot. On the set of the video shoot, one of them got killed. Another one got paralyzed. You know, so it was a whole bunch of bullshit going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, the police is trying to reverse it, trying to say that I had something to do with it, and I'm just like, the fuck y'all talking about, bro? Like, you're talking about niggas, but now you saying it's niggas, you know what I'm saying? So, it was wild.
I mean, they was trying to say that you really didn't give a fuck and use it against you even more because you was recording music and putting videos out, right? Like, didn't like the DA say something?
Yeah. The DA was like, Your Honor, he's shaking his dick. And I'm like, Your Honor, I'm not shaking my dick, Your Honor. Like, look, I'm just trying to live, you're. But, you know, like, even then, I think what threw me off was I was super confident when the feds, like when I found out my indictment was stemming from my state bid, I was super confident because like I'm like I mean, like, I'm a nigga that been to school, A's, B's. I'm saying, like, my heart's in the right place. So I'm never in no position where I'm doing wrong because of I'm power tripping, I'm money hungry, I'm greedy. You know what I'm saying? I'm lustful. Like, there's no type of moral compass misalignment with me. So I was super confident when I found out it was stemming from upstate, because when I went upstate, it was like World War III going on between the bros. You feel me? It was king on king war up there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not with none of that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, if we all family, we need to move like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went up there with the state of mind where it's like, niggas better get down and lay down for the right program, you know what I'm saying? So to see that brothers started getting their visits, brothers earning good time, they going home on time, the same time they're supposed to, everybody's eating canteen, nobody's going hungry, you know what I'm saying? I felt real super confident, but then, you know, not to compare myself to like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or nothing, but like it was a moment to be like, oh, hold up. I understood that I was more of a threat because I was aligning people to do the right things. And you know, like at the end of the day, like our prison stays and us occupying themselves and shit, like that's the paycheck for them, you know what I mean? So it's all a money tool. So they want you to keep continuing to be in these patterns, be drugged out, be violent, be going through this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So that way you can end up in the system, they getting paid, they feeding their families off our troubles. So, you know, I understood that at a young age. And you know, I just kind of felt like I became more of a threat because I was doing the right thing and I was actually an influence for a lot of niggas trying to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man. So in 2021, the feds hit the crew with the sentencing, right? And you get hit with 44 months in prison and 3 years of probation.
yep. I just got on probation like 45 days ago. Yeah.
So what was this sentencing like? I mean, like what this stint in prison like?
It was a wake-up call. It was definitely a wake-up call. I definitely felt like maybe on an energy note, maybe I had some karma to live out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe it was like, all right, cool. I need to this is my last moment of getting this bad energy off me. You know what I'm saying, especially like it was a turning point to see who's who. You know what I mean? Who's what? I mean, how everybody kind of dealt with their own situation with getting locked up. And like, you know, just me growing up, I was really the nigga who was more in jail and more going through the shit than a lot of my peers. So I feel as though if I would have seen this as y'all reaction years ago, I would have never been fucking with niggas, you know what I'm saying, in the first place, because my shit's like, all right, cool, we in jail. You know what I'm saying? Where the food at? Nigga, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Give me a blanket, it's cold. Whereas everybody else is like, oh my God, we're in jail, my life is ruined, and everybody fucking scared, niggas removing tattoos, nobody want to be on time no more, and you know what I'm saying? So to me, I felt like, nigga, shit, we should have all went to jail a long time ago. Nigga, I probably would not have been friends with more than half you niggas, you know what I'm saying? Keep 100.
So 2023, that's when you get out?
Yeah, I came home 2023, yeah.
All right. So 2023, but this is also the same year that you released the God Project, right?
Yeah, yo. I came home with hoodie down. Got crazy. I came home, dropped hoodie down, because I left with Kingside.
Right.
So to me, the whole time I'm contemplating, like, all right, how I'm gonna come home. I left with energy. I gotta come home with energy. So I came home with that hoodie down record, and that shit to this day, like that shit, that's like #1 record for a nigga, you know what I'm saying, for the people.
That whole God Project though is my shit, bro. Like
Word,
you
love,
had the
I appreciate it.
song Cry, right? And you did a little
Yeah,
play on the Jay-Z song Cry on the chorus.
you smart, you smart.
Yeah, that shit is smooth, man. And I'm not gonna lie, you got mad deep records on that album, bro. Like
Nah, for real.
Blood Cries. You know, talk to us about working on that project and the mindset that you were in, because I feel like sonically you kind of went in a different direction, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I feel like I was intentional. It was a diary for me. Like, I dropped the tape after that called Welcome to Devon. And like I was already intentional with the way that record and I was already intentional with the way I wanted that project, Welcome to Devon, to be my everything about it. I feel like I had unfinished business as far as like my feelings went and things like that. So I feel like the God project, I was intentional with what, you know, just kind of like, you know, using it as a diary, taking my moments to speak on my pain, speak on my troubles, speak on me, my disappointments and shit like that, but also speak on my resilience, you know what I'm saying, and my ability to be somewhere and go somewhere with all the bullshit I've been through, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the God project was definitely deep for me. I mean, it was definitely personal. You know what I mean? But also, like, I feel like everybody in my world, jails, the street, foster homes, and all of that, people who know me for rapping, I feel like everybody know I used to be like on bar game hard, like everything with bar game, going crazy with my bars. And I feel like with the God Project, even with Cold World, I wanted to show the world that I can actually create music, because I didn't want to get stuck in like a box, like, oh, this nigga can only rap or battle rap and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I started focusing on making hooks, you know, harmonizing hooks, harmonizing verses, making records, and, you know, just actually creating a feel as a record as a whole. You know what I mean? And I feel like on one of the first records I definitely hit that off was Song Cry. You know what I mean? Like I was intentional with trying to find an old school record that people could still hear and be like, oh shit, that's such and such, but give it a more up-to-date bounce and sound and speed and feeling. So I harmonized the hook. But then, you know, I got back into like, you know, my raw energy on the verse. So I think that was like one of my first records where I'm like, oh, I hit it. I figured out what worked for me to be able to feel like, nigga, I don't need nobody to do hooks, choruses. I could be all in one. I could do my hooks, my choruses. I could really rap. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like that was definitely one of my, oh, I got it type of records. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think that that's what really helped set you apart because you started to show that you understood song structure and really knew how to write records. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's it.
but at the same time, like you were still rapping your ass off though. You
That's a
know,
fact.
and you were
Right.
experimenting kind of like with some of the effects that you put on your voice or whatever. But it was like
Yeah,
you did a perfect mixture of the old school and the new school,
that's
but
a
it
fact.
still had
Word.
substance though. It wasn't just bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Hey, you hit it though. You hit it. You hit it. And I'm glad you hit it on point. Cause even you be on the outside looking in, you speaking on everything I was really feeling and thinking it at that time. You feel me? Cause I don't really have no shame in putting out something that I don't really care if somebody like it or not. This is what I want to try to do. You know what I'm saying? So I never had no thought about, damn, this nigga's gonna jack this or not. It was more or less like, yo, look, nigga, you're gonna watch me through my growing process. You know what I mean? And I think that's what attached your fans to me. Where it's like, yo, bro's making records like this. Or yo, bro, I love that record right there. Or other people like, yo, keep that sound. You know what I mean? And to me, it was more like I didn't want to stay in one direction. Like I want to be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like singing, harmonizing something. Sometimes I feel like just rapping. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I know I really could rap like that. So that's what made me feel comfortable to step out of that box and be like, you know what, let me try different elements of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's still videos of you like freestyling and stuff like that on the mic or just like really like spitting crazy, you know? So like I remember when I first got introduced to your music, I was like, damn, bro, he get busy on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Like he really
But
do his
oh
thing.
yeah.
So yeah, man, I gotta salute you for that.
I appreciate you, bro. Word.
So in 2023, a video of you and Benzino getting into it was put online. You guys were at a
Yeah,
show and you were telling him to send you the money, something about bad business, and one of your
yeah,
mans even pushed him. What
yeah.
exactly happened?
And you know, so crazy. This is like the first time publicly I even talked about it, addressed it. So this really is the first time it's been on the table, but I'm not really into covering nobody's bad deeds, bro. Like I feel like a lot of niggas is like on some, yeah, nah, Benzino used to run the Shorts magazine, or he used to. I feel like a lot of people kept bringing up his accolades and his good deeds before, where it's like, nigga, that's not who you was in front of me, nigga. But I don't really give a fuck who you was or who you did it for, nigga. Like I'm a grown ass man, bro. You know what I'm saying? I came through a whole bunch of bullshit to get to this point, and I'll be damned if niggas try to play with me, my money, my time, my energy, my space. You know what I'm saying? So really what happened was I came home, I got on a tour with Millyz. So I learned what a tour was, you know what I'm saying? How it's set up, how it's organized, how it's orchestrated, you know what I'm saying? So I already had that experience of that understanding. So I feel like during the end of that tour, there was somebody's manager reached out to me like, yo, Benzino wanna haul at you to get you on a tour. It was a love and hip hop tour he was doing, whatever. So I get on the phone with him. I'm walking through Target. I get on the phone with him with one of the bros. He on speaker. And you know, he's going off on the phone. Yo, that Hoodie Down record you drop is hard. You know what I mean? You from Boston, but you got like your own sound. Fucking me and Call Ray's jacking your music. He brought up his daughter. You know what I'm saying? So you know me, I'm an energy nigga, bro. Okay, word love, bro. I appreciate you, my nigga. You been doing shit for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take nothing away from me to give a nigga his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel insecure. I don't feel I mean, I mean, I'm the type of nigga like that. So, you know, I'm giving bro his flowers, whatever.
So you did
We came
respect
up
him
with a
before the
certain,
situation though, like because
yeah, this is
Benzino is known
before.
in Boston, so you know you did respect him.
I mean, to keep it 100, I didn't really know the nigga, bro. Like, I ain't know the nigga for shit, bro. I knew the nigga for losing against Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know Eminem washed his ass up. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that. Other than that, like, I ain't know he was running the Source magazine. I ain't know nothing he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't give a fuck, bro, to keep it 100. Like, I was I wasn't in the music politics at that time. I was gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't give a fuck about this nigga. I know he told on his nephew when he got shot, you know what I'm saying? So I knew all the bad things about this nigga, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know there was like
So
cable.
you never listened to Almighty RSO or Made Men or anything
I never
like that?
heard not one song from that nigga before, bro. You know what I mean? So, but even with the Tellers hit, like I used to hear them rumors and shit, but you know, I never seen no paperwork or nothing like that. So I never was the type of nigga to jack bad rumors either. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was more like really just him getting washed by Eminem and shit, you know what I'm saying? But just kind of speed you up real quick. Whatever, you know, we having our conversation, whatever. We came up with a number to get on his tour. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple dates on tour. You know what I'm saying? We came up with a certain number, like, bro, it's gonna cost this much to be in each city, da. Yeah, I mean, so I threw dog a deposit. Yo, head bong, I threw the nigga half the deposit. And fucking I get to the show, the first day of the show, we in Rhode Island, and like, nigga, it's not even a fucking tour going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I walk in, dab a month, what up, baby? I go to the DJ, get the DJ my music. And the time just clicking, the time going by. I mean, clubs close at 2. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole fucking contest going on in the club. Like, this nigga's rapping, that girl, that nigga, there's a whole contest. Next thing you know, it's like 1:40, 1:45 in the morning. The club about to close in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, they're like giving out like rewards, nigga. It was like a fucking, like a wrestling belt. Like, oh, scream the loudest for who had the best performance. Like, bro, I felt like I was in a time zone, bro. I looked at niggas like, what the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? Where the fuck is the tour at? When does it start? You know what I'm saying? So fucking yeah, bro. I looked around, nigga. I looked at bro. I'm like, bro, dogs, nigga, I'm about to tweak the fuck out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to. Number one, I didn't want to tweak out because I got a team behind me that's fully invested. I ain't want to be selfish. You know what I'm saying? And have everybody's input and invest and go to drain because of my feelings and emotions. So that's number one. Number two, I didn't want to get on that stage, you know what I'm saying, and perform. And then now all of a sudden, there's something going on where you're not gonna give me my bread back because, oh, you performed already and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm already, my head space already there. So I'm like, all right, cool, we're gonna slide, we're gonna leave. So we leave. I call dog, yo, bro, what up, nigga? You know what I'm saying? We pull to the front of the club. We in front of the club, bro, in the whip. I seen this, let me backtrack real quick. I seen the nigga in the club because I'm looking for the nigga and I'm about to leave. And when I got to when I got to the club, all the bouncers start coming up to me. Oh, you a bro? Oh, yeah, I'm a king. What up? All the bouncers ended up being fans of me. They all kings. You know what I'm saying? The owner of the club that we in is one of the bros. So little by little, my name's now going around the club like, oh, King Ace is in the building. Us, you know, all the brokers coming out, videos, cameras. I'm like, what up, twin? Oh, bless. I'm even talking about shit. And they happen to be his security. You know what I'm saying? So while this is all going down, I'm leaving the club like, yo, I'm out of here. And the bros is like, what's up? You good? I'm like, yeah, in bad business, bro. I'm out. And I guess the family member of the club owner like really loved my music. He ended up passing away or being sick or some shit. And they wanted me to bless the club with my presence, you know what I'm saying, and my works. Yeah, so more or less, I'm like, nigga, I'll perform, but y'all gotta let dog know that this got nothing to do with this fake tour that's going on. You know what I mean? So they like, oh, we gonna go hard at the nigga. I see this nigga walking through like a back side door, like an escape door type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, wow, I'm out. I go to leave and I'm already on some. I'm about to catch dog on the side of the club or the back of the club, wherever he going. So whatever, we pulled to the front of the club, bong. There's like an alley there. And I call dog like, yo, fucking like, what's up, nigga? This nigga on some, yo, I'm in the club. It's hype. They're waiting for you to get on stage, bro. Like, nigga, mind you, I'm looking at the nigga in the alley, bro. Like, he don't know I'm looking at the nigga through the whip, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he on some, yo, they're waiting for you. It's hype. It's turned, da. Nigga, he hang up. He run back in that side door. I get out the whip, bro. I go through the alley and knock on that same side door he went in, bro. I bang on that fucking door. I don't want to incriminate myself, nigga, but you know, nigga, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I told niggas in the club, like, bro, get the fuck out the club, bro. I'm gonna clear this whole club out, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, get this nigga out the club. You know what I'm saying? So he came out like, yo, what happened, bro? Da. And at this point, I already made up my mind, bro. Like, I don't want to talk about shit, bro. You know what you did. You know it's bad business. I don't want to talk about nothing. It's going to be insult to my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk about shit, bro. I want my money, nigga. I want my cash app. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like dog just trying to pull some love and hip hop shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? All these cameras is coming out now and, you know, he's on some, oh, but you should have performed and dog. I'm just like, bro, like, you know, just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, nigga, give me my fucking money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I was on, bro. I mean, I wasn't trying to be confrontational. At the end of the day, I mean, like, this job bigger than me. You know what I mean, like, I feed my kids with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a team that support me, that been invested in me for a minute in me. I mean, they my family. I mean, so to me, it's like, I'm not going to let a small moment of ignorance take me out of character, but you're not going to play me neither. You know what I'm saying? And you know what you did was bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, my nigga. Hold yourself accountable. Give me my bread. We don't got to fuck with each other on business time no more. You know what I'm saying? So, that was it, really.
So did you try to handle it more peacefully before like there was like the back and forth? Because it seems like you guys are kind of like barking back at each other, and
Yeah,
then like he
because
ends up getting pushed.
I just wanted my money. And I feel like he keep trying to talk about it. And I'm just like, yo, I don't want to talk about shit, bro. Just give me my fucking money, bro. I'll go this way, you go that way. So I feel like that's what made it everything that the camera started seeing was that. Like I feel like maybe he felt stupid. You know what I'm saying? That maybe he felt stupid. You know what I'm saying? That I called him out and I wanted my bread back and everybody seeing these things. So now he got to show his face. Like, yeah, nah, what happened, bro? I created an opportunity. Like, you ain't create shit, bro. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of like what led to all of that. And then when the cameras came out, you know, I felt like the demeanor and the character started changing. To me, it was like, nigga, look, bro, like, if we get into it, it's not going the way you think it's going to go, bro. Like, nigga, I'm going to shut this whole fucking block down, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So before I do, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, I want my money. I want to get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was it. Just to insult to my intelligence. You know what I mean?
Did you feel like it was a scam from the beginning, or you think
Nah, I
that
did
it
it.
was just
I thought Dog see me on tour, how everybody else see me on tour. I thought he had a valid interest. You know what I'm saying? I'm really that. You know what I mean? Like my energy speak for itself. Like nobody got my stage presence, bro. Nobody got nothing, bro. Like I feel like I'm a one of a kind element. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this not just to toot my own horn. I know what I bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? I thought he saw my talent, he saw my effort, he saw my grind, he saw me come home, and he respected it. You know what I mean? So at no point did I think it was a scam. You know what I'm saying?
but looking back, do you think that it was a scam, or you think that it just was planned poorly?
Nah, looking back, I think he did what all these other fucking promoters do, bro. There was a money thing. Let me see how many people I could get in this building to pay to be on stage, and I'm gonna take your money. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole time, whatever was going on in the club, it had nothing to do with a tour, bro. You know what I'm saying? There was like a fucking showcase going on in there, and I wasn't even involved in the showcase. So what the fuck am I in this club for? You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting out rewards. They awarded somebody the winner. He got on the mic. He started crying. Oh, fucking! They gave him a wrestling belt. I looked at my man's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck are we at, bro? Like, bro, I was having a fucking. I thought I was in a Matrix, bro. I swear to God, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? And then after that, dogs, violence came into my head, bro. I'm like, yo, dogs, niggas, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to take it that route because I came so far from that energy, you mean, that I wanted to leave, you feel me? Because I wanted the how can I say, I wanted the stacks basically to be on my end. Where now we gonna talk about it, and you're not gonna use me performing as leverage to be like, oh, I'm not giving you bread back. So I wanted the leverage to be on my end where I'm not doing performance. I want my money, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I was gonna leave and then holler at dog later that night or next day, bro, what's up? That shit was bad business. But when I called him and he was pulling that goofy shit in the alley, pretending like he's still in the club, like, yo, they're here, they're waiting for you. I'm like, oh, hell no, this nigga think I'm a bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that automatically kicked into me. And then on top of that, like, imagine I'm already disappointed by life. I'm already fully invested, going to zero every trip for this music shit. You know what I mean? I'm still on probation. I just came home. The whole time, I'm just trying to grind for this music shit. To me, I feel like he just came into a point in my life where I fucking have enough of the bullshit, bro. And he just ended up on the wrong side of that fence, bro, where it's like, bro, I'm not being played. I don't give a fuck who it is. And you from the town, so I would have definitely expected more for you to be like, oh, I see a nigga from the town going up. Let me put him in position to win. I mean, so to me, it was like wrong place, wrong time, right fucking element, bro. Because I was over it, bro. I was over the disappointments in life, bro. You know what I mean?
Would you say that it's fair to say that Benzino is a legend in Boston and in hip hop?
I don't know. I never looked at him like that, bro. Like I said, I gangbang for real. Like I'm really an active nigga in the streets. I never heard of that nigga putting in no violence acts or nothing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in a different era that I never knew about. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The internet claims them that. Maybe, yeah, the internet. People show him love and whatever, but in my world, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not a nigga I would have met in real life. Like, oh, that's a legend. Nah, I would have treated you the same way I treat everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to talk no shit, no bad or nothing like that. It's just me. It's just, I'm really in a culture, you know what I'm saying, living like that. So he had no impact on how I thought about him, you know what I'm saying?
Any possibility in the future that you guys could smooth that situation over?
Just in general, I don't even got no beef with the nigga. I mean, in general, I don't like even after that moment, to me it was like, all right, like, I'm not the type of nigga to hold on to situations. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some niggas know better, do better. You know what I mean? So to me, it was one of the moments where you had a certain expectation for a certain individual, and then you ended up realizing that you on the other side of that coin now. Maybe you need to teach this nigga something. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I kind of looked at him like little bro type of situations. Like, man, look, bro. I mean, like, nigga, get your shit right, bro. Like, me, stop out here trying to play niggas, bro. You gonna play the wrong nigga, bro. You know what I mean? So to me, it was like, I don't got no beef with the niggas, you know what I'm saying?
But that must have been disappointing to you, right? Because like you were looking at it like, oh, we both from Boston,
Yeah,
and you expecting different. Like you
yeah,
should want us
yeah.
to come up.
Hell yeah. And on top of that, you came to me. I ain't come to you. You know what I'm saying? You reached out to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I want you on this hip hop tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you reach out to me. So to me, I'm definitely thinking like, all right, bro, seeing the vision. You know what I'm saying? And he from the town. You know what I mean? And he connected with certain relationships in the industry. So, you know, I thought it was gonna be one of the moments, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, shit played out the way it played out. I mean, everything happened for a reason. But I'm a lesson type of nigga, bro. I mean, I'm gonna learn these lessons. I mean, ain't gonna be no bad blood. We never had no beef in the streets or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, to me, I feel like it was the way it turned out after, where the next day niggas are calling me like, yo, Benzino saying he got into it with the Lion King niggas, and you know what I'm saying, King Age, bro. And to me, it was like, nigga, if you know you in the wrong, if I'm not talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing what going about my day, whatever. And everybody blowing my phone up like, yo, what happened when you were Benzino? Now the video going viral and shit. To me, it's like, nigga, if you gonna talk about it, address that shit the right way, bro. Like, let niggas know you fucked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I definitely tried to get Dog's pockets. He wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying? If that's not what you was gonna do, then don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it seem like I'm being problematic and I'm on some bullshit. Yeah, I got into it with the King niggas and you know what I'm saying? Making it seem like it's some type of static and I don't know how to like if I was a problem, you see me, I wasn't really jacking that.
So when you had your people record that, right? Would you guys like intending to put it out, or you put it out after the fact?
Nah, just in general, I felt as though like, how can I put it? Like, I don't like the nigga try to say something like, oh, niggas looking for clout. Like, I don't give a fuck about clout, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you're not gonna sit here and try to create a narrative and then when it go left or go right, like whatever when it spin wrong, you're not gonna sit here and not try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't gonna be no light on when it go wrong. Nah, nigga, the world gonna see this shit go wrong on your end, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not on me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was more or less like, you know, just kind of the world seeing like, look what these fuck niggas do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look at the bad business they do. Look how they try to play niggas. Look how everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what the next person dealing with. You don't know if that nigga threw his last $500 into the situation because he believe it's going to get him out the hood. You don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't feed his kids that night, or he probably didn't pay phone bill or his car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you don't know what the fuck going on. So to me, it was like, it was more or less like that. Like, look what these fuck niggas do, bro. I mean, that's kind of how I felt about the situation.
Yeah, 2025, you released Welcome to Devon, and you worked with Millyz quite a few times,
Yeah,
but this was the second time you worked with him, right? On this
yeah,
project?
correct.
So how did you end up meeting Millyz, and what has that relationship been like?
So me and bro met at a studio. I used to go to the studio in Somerville. It was called Phoenix Down. And my engineer there was John Scar. Shout out to John. And I've been fucking with John for a minute, but I've been in and out of jail. So every time I would go to jail, I would come home and like his studio would be like just more built, bro. Like more people going there. Like, he started building his enterprise for real, bro. So it went from like a little, you know what I'm saying, like a back room with nothing there besides the mic and da to like, every time I came home, it was a bigger moment. I mean, he had pictures in there. Now he got people in and out of there. Artists like Snoop Dogg, Big Sean, Bia, Joyner, Polo G, Lil Baby. Like, I mean, like he started trending. I mean, but John is like one of them guys where it's like he's for the home team, bro. So if you go in there and Snoop Dogg in there, he gonna treat you like you Snoop too. You feel me? Like he gonna show you that love that he shows Snoop Dogg, and that's what I loved about John. You know what I mean, like really humble, really excited to like see guys that he got personal relationships with. So seeing John grow like that, and then him watching my own journey was like personal. So I came home one time and ended up bumping into Millyz in the studio, and I already had like at this time, I was already on some like fuck these niggas, bro. I'm about to just focus on my life and my music. And I had her. I had a plan where it's like, all right, cool. When I come home, I'm only gonna work with certain artists that's taking their own craft serious in the state of Mass. After that, I'm out. And Millyz was one of the people on the checklist. And when I came home, fucking I seen him in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, what up, bro? I heard that record you got with Jada. Fuck with it. I already had. I ain't want to deal with no. It's something about niggas in Mash. Niggas be having egos, and not to say him specifically, but just in general, niggas be having egos, and niggas don't want to work with each other. So I had a little budget when I came home. I had some bread on me, and I already had it. Me and bro had our minds made up. Like whoever we gonna work with, we just gonna throw bread. Yo, what up, nigga? Work, yeah, work, work, work. I'm saying, so we don't hear no I got you excuses and all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but in general, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it go, bro. Like, you always gonna think you the hardest nigga in the world. So I always thought I was the hardest nigga in the world. You know what I mean? But it just made sense for me to collab with certain artists in my own state, you know what I'm saying? So he was one of them where it's like, I need to work with bro. You know what I mean? So we got that record done, Tony Montana. And then that was in between me coming home from the state bid. You know what I'm saying? We linked up. Them little 4 months, 5 months I was home between the feds grabbing me and the state bid. That was that moment. You know what I'm saying? That record went up, went crazy. Fucking I think I was the first person ever or one of the first people to pay Millie for a feature, you know what I'm saying? And fucking it was more or less like, man, I mean, I just want to get straight to the point of business, you know what I'm saying? And fucking I get booked, he was looking out, and me and Sean always hitting bro, "Yo, bro, how bro doing, how his case going, you know what I'm saying? So when I came home, you know what I mean, bro hit me like, what's up, bro? You fresh home, welcome home, get on this tour with me. I mean, so it was one of those moments.
That's solid, man. And then you guys do the song Forces.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite records. I ain't gonna cap.
Yo, wait, didn't you were supposed to have a song with Styles P too, right?
Yeah, I still got a record with Styles P. That shit about to drop this summer.
Oh, okay. You just never put it out. It was supposed to
Yeah, I ain't
be
never.
on
I've been playing chess with it. Or
yeah, that's dope, man. So then also how did you link with OT the Real?
we ended up linking. I met with OT during the tour that I did with Millyz. I met OT the first time I did the House of Blues. The first day we did the tour was the House of Blues in Boston. So I met OT that day. I did my set, boom. He was jacking my set. Yo, bro, you hard, bro. We linked up, you know what I'm saying? A couple months after that, locked in.
So how's it feeling? You doing shows, you linking with other artists that that got some good weight to their name and everything. You getting recognized now and stuff. So how's it feeling?
It feel normal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I always been hood famous, bro, to keep it 100, bro. So, like, the cameras and the lights and all of that shit, I feel like people get weird once they get in this limelight. They put the glasses on. They act like they too cool. I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. I've been hood famous my whole life, bro. You know what I'm saying? My whole life. Everybody, if you don't know me, you know about me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in a jail, say, bro, I heard about you, bro. You good nigga, bro. My whole life, I've been hood famous, bro. So this whole fame that's coming down, I mean, I don't give a fuck, bro, to keep it 100. It just, I guess it comes with what it comes with, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not like, I'm not starstruck by the cameras and, oh, I'm that nigga, put on my glasses and get tatted up and act like too cool for TV. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. Well,
But don't you think that like it's a little different because you're getting recognized for good things that you're doing?
yeah, hell yeah. And on top of that, I feel like the world getting the chance to see what I always seen in myself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I was waiting for the moment to be like, all right, cool, wait for this shit to crack. And me, I'm gonna walk this shit down. Or
So this year you put out Gold Blooded. How did you approach this project different from the others?
oh man, this was I feel like, you know what's so crazy? I was gonna come out with a tape that's gonna be, it's gonna be Welcome to Devon, then Welcome to Devon 2. Me and my bro had to talk like, damn, you know what, we should do some filling work before Welcome to Devon 2 come. Cause, you know, for me, I wanted to go on a run. Welcome to Devon 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it started off as a project I gotta do in between 1 and 2. And then I would say a couple records into it, bro, I started taking a personal take on it where it's like, you know what? This shit becoming personal. Like, I'm really feeling it. I just felt like I came up with the take name because I definitely felt like, you know, disappointments in life and betrayals and all this bullshit I've been going through definitely had a nigga cold-hearted, you know what I'm saying, cold-blooded. I feel like I was numb to a lot of situations. But then I started like kind of like looking at that differently, where it's like, hey, maybe my approach is that I'm not feeling maybe it's I'm feeling everything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the reason why I'm disappointed and da da da. And you know, I started to feel like I'm a one of a kind type of nigga, one of a kind type of soul. So instead of calling it cold blooded, because I was gonna call it cold blooded, I ended up just calling it gold blooded. You know what I'm saying? Like my blood royalty.
You know what's amazing about what you just said is perspective is everything.
But or
Just like you change everything with just the way that you just look at something. You know what I mean? And
amen.
that's what you did.
Hell yeah. No bullshit.
So how did you link up with Termanology, man, for the song "Liquor for the Dead"?
Oh, that's probably one of my favorite songs too. That shit hard. I linked up with Term. We supposed to build work. I always seen Term doing his thing since I was a young nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? I always seen him doing his thing in the industry. So he was another nigga from Mass that I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely gotta work with bro. You know what I mean? So I like to create. I'm a versatile type of artist. I could do anything. I don't care what kind of beat, what kind of song, what kind of structure. I don't give a fuck, bro. Count me in. So to me, when I work with other artists, I like to work around their comfort zone, their style, their beat choices, their take on shit, and I do what I want on their in their world. So that approach with Term was like, all right, cool. Let me go to Term's world, pick his type of style of beat, pick his type of style of music, and just do what I do. And that's how that shit came up. I heard the beat, it felt right. I'm like, oh yeah, this definitely his type of vibe, definitely his, like, you know, old school hip hop type of vibes, you know, boom bap type of vibe. And you know, I just put King Ace on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I did what I do on it, and I still kept it me without changing who I was, you know what I'm saying, for the element of somebody else. And you know, I came up with the hook. I mean, like, real easy to verse, real easy, you know what I'm saying? Swung it to broad to look. I mean, so that way, you know, it wasn't one of them damn. You know, because you're gonna have certain artists that's gonna turn down a record just because it's not their feel or not their vibe or not their comfort zone. And I never would want to come to them borders where it's like, I know it's a hard record, but it's not your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So I try to create around other artists' zones and shit. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. So you guys didn't do that record in person?
nah, I created it, sent it to him.
Got you. Okay.
Hmm.
So what has it been like being cool with him? Because Term, he been, like you said, been getting busy for a long time, man.
Yeah, word. He humble. I think Turmo is humble. I feel like in the game we at, it's a lot of gatekeeping that I learned. A lot of gatekeeping. Like, people ain't willing to give up resources or information or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Term really had no like problem, you know, just kind of like throwing tools out there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely think we had good energy across the board.
That's dope, man. Shout out
Same
to
thing,
him.
same thing with Albie too. I got a record with Albie out on the Welcome to Devon record, and I feel like me and Albie's relationship was like the first relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, that I would say it was like really like that. You know what I mean? As far as like industry goes, where it was like, you know, it was familiar energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both kind of come from the same backstory. You know what I'm saying? We both lost our brothers when we was in jail. We both kind of like wear our heart on our sleeves type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Been through disappointment. And I feel like that definitely took niggas on destructive, violent paths. So, I feel like there was a lot of similarity there.
How does it feel to be one of the only Latinos putting on for Boston in the rap game?
I think it's hard, and not just Boston. I think for a lot of places too, where um, you know, I feel like it's bigger than me. It's a responsibility now. Like even if I wanted to be like, hey, I don't want to do it no more, it's already too late, bro. Like a lot of people looking at me, it's like the possibility. You know what I'm saying, like me, resilience is what hope is, what possibility look like. You know what I mean, so to me, a lot of this shit is for the people. You know what I mean, like yeah, I'm the one rapping, yeah, I'm the one doing it, but for me, it's for people who don't got hope. It's for the underdog. It's for the niggas who's still in jail that's watching me grow and been in the same cells with me. You know what I'm saying, or people who still in the feds with their phones and watching my videos because they know I was just in the feds and just kind of being that hope for niggas where it's like, damn, maybe I could be that one day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's bigger than me, bro. I got a responsibility.
Yeah, man. What rap lane would you consider yourself to be in? Because like we were talking about, you're so diverse, right? Like you could be lyrical and bar out. You got the melodies, you got the drill sound at times. Like
Yeah.
do people compare you to specific artists?
Um, yeah, they have the comparisons a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I really not try to fall into comparisons. You feel me? To me, like as long as whoever you comparing me to got a good like moral standpoint and they got a good face, I don't really mind the comparison. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them niggas to be like, oh, don't compare me to. I don't really fall into none of that. I don't really care. I'm in my own body, my own lane, my own energy. If somewhere around your perception you find similarities in the world, that's you. Everybody got their own opinion. So who the fuck am I to be like, no, I don't agree. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely had a lot of comparisons. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I want to be looked at as an artist. You know what I'm saying? A nigga who likes art, who can create around the board. And I definitely think, even with your response, you know what I'm saying? Like us having the conversation for the first time, I definitely think I hit on target with letting the world know that I can dribble the ball anywhere across that court, you know what I'm saying, and shoot wherever I want. I could dunk that bitch. I could be a 3-point shooter, you know what I'm saying? I could Chef Curry it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely think I hit my mark.
Who do they compare you to?
They compare me to Albie a lot. They try to say we look alike, we talk alike, you know what I'm saying? We yell alike, you know what I mean? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll be a real nigga like me, so I don't feel no type of way, you know what I mean?
Right. What is the longest you've been free in your adult life?
Right now. Right now.
We're coming on 3 years,
3 years right now. Yeah.
but really, like what, like a couple months or
My whole life. I would say my whole life. Like my whole life, not just adult, from 13 till now, this is the longest I've been free. And I just got off probation like 30, 45 days ago.
that's what I mean. Like now it's like just like 1 month pretty much that you've been totally free,
Yeah.
right?
Time of my life, bro.
What does it feel like, man? How do you feel?
Yo, amazing. Amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I feel blessed. I feel amazing. I feel like I worked hard for this moment. And this is my first time actually completing a full probation term with no hiccups, no going back to jail, no reprobation. Like you fucked up. We gotta start your time over. None of that. This is the first time I completed it. I'm one and done. I'm out of here. Let me live. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean God is fucking amazing.
What
She's my right.
changes have you made so that you don't go back? So that we can see this version of King Ace really make it in this rap shit put on for Boston and Latinos.
I would say I changed my circumstances. I change the people I be around. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a zone now where it's like you do wrong by me, or I see one type of you know what I'm saying, disloyalty, or a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people have patterns, and I feel like I see them same type of patterns in certain people. I'm good. They ain't no more. We gonna get into it and make up, or you gonna I'm gonna see your flaws as a character, and I'm gonna forgive you because I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like I got over all that shit. I feel like my loyalty was my downfall for real. So I got on some shit where it's like, yo, look, bro, like if that shit not from your heart, I'm all set. Like I don't give a fuck how long we knew each other. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like I don't care no more, bro. Like I got tired of being tired, and I think that was my change. It was like, I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of everything, bro. I'm sick of giving my life and my loyalty, my freedom for the streets and for niggas that don't deserve me. You know what I'm saying, this type of nigga. You know what I'm saying, and the whole time I'm not giving this same energy to the people who deserve it 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my mom is building our relationship now, my family, my kids. You know what I mean? Like, just my shorty with me, like just my life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like certain people deserve what I got to offer, and I can't give that 100% here if I'm over here giving it to niggas who don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So I think that was a change for me. I got tired of being tired, bro. I got tired of sitting in the cell with lessons. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of learning lessons, bro. Like, it's time to receive blessings. So, I think that was my turning point for real.
Yeah, man, and it's beautiful now that you get to spend your time with your kids and really be there for them.
Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely. Cause my kid, anybody that know me, especially them, they know, like, they my world. I mean, like, my kids know how I give it up for them. Even my conversation with them is like, it's raw. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not bullshitting. Like, I'm giving my kids something that I wish I had growing up. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think you would have did with your life if you never went to prison? Who would you be?
I would have been rapping. I would have been more focused on this, what I'm doing now.
So it would have just started earlier for you.
Yeah, way earlier. And it was already there. I was over here with it a lot. You know what I'm saying? And, oh, we got to do this. I'll go to the studio later. You know what I'm saying? So I would have started this a lot earlier.
You come across as a very spiritual person. Like you're very street but highly intellectual, right? I can tell by your vocabulary that you're an avid reader and not just like whatever kind of books, but like self-help improvement types.
That's it.
Did
Yeah.
you grow up religious or is this something that you developed later on in life?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up religious. My family is like, come from a very spiritual background. You know what I'm saying? I'm Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? So we thought, we come from a spiritual background from the island where, like, like, we believe in energy and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I have my own experience of experiencing things where it's like if I spoke to a therapist about it, they might be like, "Oh, you crazy," and put me in a room, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But we really spiritual beings having a human being experiment. I mean, it's experience. So I feel like growing up, the world tries to formulate us to think, are we crazy if we seen things or hearing voices and shit like that? But it's real. It's our reality. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I experienced things growing up as a kid, both negative and positive. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was a little normal, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I got older where I started experiencing the negative side a bit more. You know what I'm saying? When I started getting shocked and shit like that. I mean, like, where I was experiencing, like, real spiritual shit. I mean, but on a negative side. And you know what I'm saying? I felt like that kind of like got me more like tapped into, like, just kind of believing that, like, I gotta believe in a higher power. Like, I had no other choice but to believe in a higher power. I had nobody around me, you know what I'm saying? So I had no choice but to be like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of just be like, "Yo, God, like, what's up, bro?" I mean, like one of my wins is coming, especially me watching everybody else win around me that I know ain't good people, don't got their heart in the right place, they're greedy, they selfish, they snakes. And, I used to question a lot, like, damn, nigga, like, when the fuck do real niggas win, bro? Like, I'm out here in a cell, bro, like, 24/7, because I'm 100. I'm not telling nobody. I'm holding my water. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dealing with betrayal situations, and, I feel like that was a hard pill to swallow. Like, when the fuck do real niggas start winning? You know what I mean? But I had no choice but to believe in a higher power, bro. And like I said, it was both negative and positive. You know what I'm saying? But, like, what got me so far on the music point to this point was my like, for me, like, I always felt everything in my stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a feeling in my stomach since a little kid for music. So I felt like since a little kid, I understood my assignment with God or this spiritual energy. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be in my cells going crazy, bro, delusional. Imagine all this time I did in jail. You got to be fucking delusional to be like, yo, when I come home, I'm still gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So one of the hardest parts about me was sitting in a cell, not understanding that my physical circumstances ain't aligning with how I'm feeling on the inside, because I'm meant to be more. You know what I'm saying? I'm meant to be destined for greatness, and I'm the game changer for my family's generation, and, just creating generational wealth and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the hardest spiritual battle I could think about. Where it's like, damn, nigga, my physical world not really aligning with what I'm feeling inside. And I had to stay true to what I was feeling, and regardless of what was going on, I kept that, all right, watch when I get home. All right, watch when I get home. You know what I'm saying? Watch when I get home. Watch what I do. You know what I mean? So the fact that I really got home and I started doing what I was doing, it was like, all right, cool. Yeah, we here, God. Let's go. I mean, I appreciate you. I'm definitely appreciative. I mean, like, look, bro, but also at the same time, I look at it like this. If I would have made it mad years back, I would have brought a lot of people with me that I would never to this fucking day ever think about bringing with me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, everything happened for a reason with, you know, God's probably like, look, bro, there's certain people, you're not going to receive your blessings because there's certain people around you right now that's not supposed to receive these blessings with you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like once I started coming under that understanding, it was like, oh, I get it. You know what I mean? I'm humble, I'm patient. It's going to work out the way it's going to work out.
Yeah, man. It seems like the Kings are the only organization that hasn't had a successful artist really come out. Like you got the Bloods, the Crips, all these other gangs that have been successful. You got Latino rap artists, just not from the Kings. What's your take on that?
Hey, you hit it on point. And you know what? That's like a personal, I try not to make it public, but that's a personal conversation niggas have all the time where it's like, damn, bro, everybody winning. Everybody winning so much that it's a custom. You know what I'm saying? Like the Pop Smokes, the Nipsey Hustles, the Snoop Dogs, the Suge Knights, you know what I'm saying? The Low Durks and Chief Keefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so normal that when a bro do it and a bro start, I mean, like me specifically, like, you know, it's a lot of, it's a lot of it's a lot of love. That's one. Two, it's a lot of shade too. Where I be like, damn, niggas don't be hating on the blood niggas or the Crip niggas or the GD niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck when a nigga doing it, there's so much negativity behind it. We're just like, oh yeah, look at these niggas, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like I'm built for pressure, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely built for pressure. So to me, it's like shit. If anybody gotta do it, it's definitely gotta be me. You know what I mean? But and no shade to no other bro, but I always felt like the hardest nigga, you know what I'm saying? Out of any king nigga I met, heard, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, watch. All I needed was freedom. And I give flowers to the bros that I seen doing it because they had freedom to do what they do. And a lot of bros I respect their worth ethic. But you know, just that dog in me is like, oh yeah, watch this. Niggas can't talk like me, niggas can't walk like me, niggas don't look like me. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it was just I feel like I had that whole element. I had the story behind me, I had the dog in me, I had the ambition, you know what I'm saying? And really, you know, I was ready to carry it, you know what I'm saying? The good and the bad, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was coming from the bros inside the nation or niggas outside of it, you know what I'm saying? That was outside, you know what I mean? So nah, you definitely hit it on point. I mean, we ain't nobody. And you know, growing up, you think there be certain niggas that be bros. Like I remember back in the day hearing, you know, Big Pun and Fat Joe and Tony Sunshine, Cuban Link. You know what I'm saying? Like there used to be rumors about some of them. Like yeah, nah, here, bro. And then you get older, you find out they're not even king niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but there was, I would say, there was like the face for the Latino culture coming up in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Noriega and things like that back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely give them their flowers, but finding out it wasn't bros, it was like, oh, all right, damn, this whole time I thought some of them or one of them was a bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I interviewed King Tone, and he said that Pun was an honorary king. He wasn't a king. I think he didn't want to do like the work to become like, a king, but like the kings fucked with him so heavy that they honored him in that way and just like made him an honorary one. But yeah, man, wrote a clip.
Was Pun a king? No, he supported the king movement and he loved us very much and he had a lot of friends, but he wasn't. And we call him an honorary king because of who he was to us and what he did for us and how he united the Latino community over music.
There hasn't really been like a king that to come out and really make it in the rap game like that yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are cool words. Ain't no such thing as an honorary king, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the bros love them, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, definitely respected them and vice versa, but that's not like no title or nothing like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, nah, Pun was definitely a face for the culture, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always give Pun his flowers.
Do you feel like even till this day, there's a disproportionate amount of like there's not a lot of Latino rappers like that, right?
Nah,
Not as
it's
much as you
not.
think that there should be, right?
Yeah, nah, fact. I feel like a lot of them too, like from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying, like Mexican, you know, background.
Maybe like Chicano rap.
Yeah, yep,
I
yep.
mean, would you say that there's more white rappers than there are Latino rappers?
Um, like now? like coming up.
At least maybe recognized.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think that word right there, you hit it on key. Recognized. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, shout out to my bros, Porilla, Kano Almighty, King Blame. I know they rock with your movement and your music, man. Poe has had a lot of success behind the scenes. I'm sure he reached out to you and everything, and you guys are cool, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, nah, Poe show a lot of love. And he actually hit me up about this podcast too. Like, yo, I heard you getting on with Panda, bro. It's one of the homies and shit. You know what I mean? But Poe definitely, Poe, Major, he a bro that he runs a barbershop industry, you know what I mean? And yeah, bro, I would definitely say there's a lot of bros in the background of the industry that seen a niggas grind, see my hustle, see my hunger, see me go from the gang banging nigga to, like, you know, grown man aspects, and, you know, just to see that they definitely reached out, extended their hands in moments where they could add value to the situation. So yeah, nah, definitely shout out to Poe and anybody like Majors and, you know, other bros that was behind the scenes, like, you know, connecting the dots for me. I mean, I'm definitely the type of nigga to, like, walk shit down. Like, my perspective is this: put me in the ring, bro. Like, I don't ask for no handouts. I don't ask for nothing, bro. Just put me in a room of opportunity, bro. I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you what I do. Put me in the ring and I'm gonna show you I can box. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I ask for.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years with this music shit?
Giving back, giving people an opportunity to have their own platform. You know what I mean? And not having to go through the walk that I gotta go through of you know, blackballing and gatekeeping and, you know, ego and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see myself in a position to be able to give back to niggas like myself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe in, like, I don't see color, so I don't believe in the racism shit or this race or that color, this color. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm about opportunity. I feel like we all have a similar story and come from similar circumstances. So if I could be like a open door to elevation in your life, no matter what you is, where you from, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you banging and none of that, you know what I'm saying? As long as you sit on the moral compass, like, you know what I'm saying, count me in.
That's dope, man. And, you know, that's why I said the thing about the spirituality, because, like, from watching your interviews, I could tell that you look at people from a human perspective more
Amen.
than from a color perspective.
Yeah.
And I really respect that, bro.
Amen. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, Ace, man, I just want to thank you so much for your time, bro. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we go ahead and wrap it up?
Hey, shout out to the supporters. Shout out to everybody who believed in me. Shout out to the underdogs who's still on their way, on their journey. If there's one thing I can say positive to the people, man, understand your assignment, bro. Understand your assignment in other people's lives and your own life. You know what I mean? And you know, just stick to that, bro. It's gonna work out. I mean, God the greatest, girl. Shout out to the family, my team. I mean, everybody. Love. Hey, shout out to you too, York. Keep doing you 1, 2, bro. You definitely for the people, you for the culture. I mean, so big salute to you and everybody like you.